Hello. You will have seen me working on my Grundig 2x4 Super V2000 video recorder a little while ago. But you know, that's my only perfect working V2000 format video recorder. I could kind of use another one. I've got several sort of scrap and broken ones lying around, but they're all quite bulky and I haven't really got room to put one of them in the studio anyway. There was one model that was a lot smaller. It's a Philips VR2220, which is a portable. And I wouldn't mind getting hold of one of those that's not been worked on before. Maybe I could have a go at fixing something like that.
International shipping. It's a bit smashed up though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what we've got here then. Oh, well, this doesn't look too bad. That's the video recorder. It comes with a separate tuner timer, this model. So that's the VR2220. The battery hatch looks to be smashed on it. That's a shame. But we need the tuner timer to go with it because that's the power supply and I think it's the audio video connectors as well. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good at all. I'm not sure there's much hope for this. That's been smashed to pieces. It also smells rather horrible. It smells a bit burnt up, which is probably just the filter capacitors. But it's smashed to 1,000 pieces and there's bits rolling around in the bottom of the box. That's a shame because I don't think I can fix that. And without that, I can't use the video recorder. Scott, you're really helpful. You know my storeroom? I think I've got another one of these tuner timers in there. So, could you have a look in my storeroom for me and see if you can find another VR2120 tuner timer? See you in a bit.
Okay.
Hello Scott, any luck?
Well, I found something. I hope this is what you're looking for.
Ah, it's perfect. Tuner timer, VR2120.
And this.
Oh, what have you got now? Oh, that's another video recorder. The VR2220. We've got another one.
And this.
Oh. Okay, so I now have 3 machines and 1 tuner timer and 1 smash tuner timer. Let's see if I can get something to work here. Thanks, Scott. So what we have is the tuner timer which was sent from abroad, and that's terminal, I think. That's got a multi-way connector that connects to the video recorder. That's in pretty poor shape. We have 2 machines from my storeroom. And the machine that's just been sent to me, which is looking a bit croaky actually. There's some damage to the front. And my storeroom tuner timer. We have mains input on the tuner timer. What I think is a connector for a tape recorder. SCART, one of the first machines to have SCART. 12-volt input for a car battery, aerial in and out and an adjustment for the modulator. Then this cable goes to the video recorder itself, which has a camera connector and a 12-volt input, and this, I think, is a battery. Okay, we'll take that out while we work on it. So I'll have to replace this battery cover or some of that plastic work if we can get it working. Okay, so I'll power up this machine that came from Sweden, but I am mindful of the fact that the tuner timer that came with it stinks, and that's of course telling me that the filter capacitors are suspect on these. So maybe okay just for temporary testing, but I'm not going to leave it powered up for any length of time until I've replaced those capacitors on this tuner timer if they've not been changed already. Right, let's switch it on and see if anything happens. The filter capacitors blew up. Did you like the Big Bang? That was fun, wasn't it? I should have taken my own advice and changed it first. And we've got a horrible smelly machine, so I will have to replace the filter capacitor in this tuner timer before we proceed. harvesting. It's strange, it's almost a sweet smell. I think it's in this box here before it goes back to the transformer. So let's get that apart. I went to open the box and broke a bit of the plastic off. It's not immediately obvious how to take this apart. Okay, getting closer. Okay, it's a small PCB there with the power socket on the back. And an exploded capacitor inside, 0.056 microfarads. I may not have one of exactly the same value. I have a 0.22 microfarad safety rated capacitor. I will install that. And that really did go with a bang, didn't it? I'm just going to check that I haven't destroyed the inductors here. So we're still seeing the windings from the transformer. Good. Right, I've checked, there's no fault on the isolation transformer. So we might be in a position to put this back together again. Okay, let's power it up again. Nothing much happens. Last time I'm sure I saw a segment of that display come on. Oh look, one did then. Nothing much else. We see a momentary flash on that display. I think I saw that one last time. And that's all. Should we see if we can do something with this? Well, the main board looks in fairly clean condition. So if I change capacitor in the filter component on this, we can see what it does. We do have the damaged interconnect cable. It may be alright if I straighten the pins out, maybe. Do you think I have enough parts to make one out of these two? It should be noted that as this thing has come from Sweden, the tuner and modulator won't be properly set up for use in the UK, but I would never want to use that, I don't think. So I won't worry too much. If I have to use this board in that cabinet, then so be it. Oh, there's more wreckage in here. The same bit of plastic broke on this one, however gentle I was with it. And another exploded capacitor. Looking at this rear cable, I think the way it connects to the board, it might be possible to fit the good cable from that one onto this if it turns out that this isn't the board we end up using. Let's see if I can straighten out these pins just enough to be able to fit it to the back of the video recorder. But hopefully not snap anything. They're very thick pins on these. Let's see if I got away with it. I'm just going to check the front panel to make sure that nothing's snapped on this PCB. It looks intact, but there are smashed components here. These buttons here, I suppose have numbers on them and be visible through there. Oh, they are actually still just about visible, but the plastic to the front here is snapped. Oh, and of course it goes without saying that this battery here, which is to retain the time and tuner settings, will be no use, and that'll need replacing. There is some damage to the PCB there. I may have to fit the front panel from there, but let's try this one initially. So let's see if I can fit the Sweden tuner timer to the Sweden video recorder. All down to the state of this mangled set of connectors. Yes, I think we're okay with that. Let's power it up. That looks promising. Well, at least the tuner timer's working, even if the video recorder is not. So we're looking at this pair, which is the Sweden machine and the Sweden tuner timer, though I'm inclined later to rebuild this with the best bits of my own tuner timer to try to make one that's reasonably intact. But I believe this is working well enough to be able to power this unit. So it sounds like bits of it are working. Let's see if I can operate any of the controls on here. Nothing at all. I'm not sure what these positions do, but none of them are doing anything. The power switch there went off. The tuner program goes out. So we'll leave that switched on. There's a lot of damage to this, and some of that might not be cosmetic. Well, since we have two more of these machines, shall I try those too? Okay, this is one of my storeroom machines. Let's try this. Sounded promising enough. Let's try eject. No. Lights are working on it when you put it into different modes. Is there a tape in there? No, there isn't, so it should just eject. When I press the eject button, it switches to stop, and that's all it does. Power cycle it again. No, okay, that's not doing a lot. Let's try the third machine. It's a bit grubby, but I won't worry about that. Oh, this is not in great cosmetic condition. The top is shifted over. Why is that? Something not right here. Alright, well, power it up. Oh, they're all different, aren't they? Oh, that one ejects. Okay, let's try pushing it down again. Oh, it won't go down. Oh, it goes down when you press play. Perhaps it shouldn't do that when it hasn't got a tape in it, though. It seems to be working with no tape. I can't get stop to work. It's doing crazy things, this one. Isn't that strange? Okay, so this is a random tape which does have a known good recording on it. Let's press play. Well, it's making play-like noises. The display here's not working though. Fast. Still. Some of these lights aren't working. Stop. Stop doesn't work. Rewind. Sounds like fast forward is working, though I can't really see much going on in there. Oh look, the display's working now. Play. Okay, let's connect that to the monitor and see if there's any kind of picture. Oh, let's also try eject. Well, let's give that a go. Okay then, so we're on that monitor. Let's see if there's any kind of picture. Well, something appeared on the screen momentarily. Let's try still. No. Slow. It looks like there's fragments of picture there, doesn't it? Dirty heads maybe? Let's try fast. Well, that's more like stopped actually. It kind of looks like one head, at least one head is not working at all. I'm not sure what reverse picture search is doing. Nothing useful. Oh, that's looking a little bit better. A little bit. So we're approaching a picture. It could be the heads are cleaning themselves up, or there could be all kinds of capacitor trouble. Let's try play now. I don't think the tape is actually progressing. So we could have capstan trouble, which is why we're getting something resembling a freeze frame. Yeah, I don't think the capstan's running. Why stop isn't working, I don't know. Rewind is doing the weirdest things. Okay, let's take that tape out again. Right, eventually got tape back. Oh look, if I put it into play, it puts out a test signal if there's no tape in there. That's almost logical. That would be for setting up the modulator, but of course we're using the SCART cable, so we don't need that. Okay, that machine is the one that works most, but clearly has serious problems. Let's go back to the other two again. So what should we call that? We'll call that our dirty machine. Probably the most promising of the set so far. And go back again to our cleaner storage machine. And this one I can't get it to eject or do anything mechanical at all. And then we have the Sweden machine, which does have a tape in it and is not responding to any commands, but maybe it's got damage on the front. But maybe that's all that's wrong. It could be damage to the front. Maybe I should have a look at the front panel and see if that might be an easy fix. I think that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to have a look at this one and see if maybe there's just some front panel damage. The base is all smashed up on this one. Shame, because cosmetically I think prior to being smashed to pieces it was in fairly good condition. Well, I wanted to check if that board had been smashed, and it looks okay. So let's have a look at the front panel. There's various bits of smashed plastic. Okay, that's the front panel, minus various bits of plastic that have fallen off it. Again, I would say there's no damage to that PCB. but maybe this connector wasn't seated properly anymore, so let's reconnect that. Okay, is it worth trying again in that condition? Making sure that we have that multi-way connector firmly fitted. Let's try eject. Aha! Well, it got slightly stuck on the way up, but that looks a little bit more promising. Okay, let's try play. Well, it played for a few seconds and then shut down. Let's try fast forward. I can't tell if that's working, but I think so. Rewind. Sounds like it. Stop. Play. Let's try still. And you might say, why am I trying still? It's because if there's a problem with a lot of the transport, it can shut down after a few seconds of play. But if it doesn't shut down when in still, then that kind of isolates the problem to being something to do with capstan or wheel drive. And it hasn't shut down. Let's try it again in play. It's making some odd noises. So maybe take-up's not working properly or reliably. I'll turn the volume down. It's quite a noisy picture, but that could be for a multitude of reasons, so I'm not going to worry too much about that for a moment. So it's sort of trying to work, isn't it? Let's try my tape in there. More bits of plastic floating around. Bit of trouble getting this tape out. There we go. Seems to be working, though it's making some odd noises. Reverse picture. It sounds like it might be damaging the tapes. Let's get the tape out. I think we need to take this can off and have a look inside. Power down. I think I have to take this off and that can off. Okay. Inside the lid it says 28th of January 1983. I'll set you up so you can look down on the machine. Okay, what I've done, I've set you up so you can look down on the deck. I've disconnected some of the earthing contacts on this screening cover so we can see what we're doing. And looking at the deck here, we have pinch roller, head drum, take-up spool, supply spool. This is the flexi cable that goes to the front panel that we were having trouble with at the beginning. Let's make sure that's fitted properly. So we should be able to exercise the deck and see if it's damaging tapes. So let's power it up. Okay, it's gone down. Press eject. All looking good. Put the tape in. Seems to be that it sort of latches there, and then you can press stop or play and it'll go down. Oh, down it is. Fast forward. Not sure what's going on now. What's it doing? Oh, that's fast forward, thank you. Stop, rewind. Stop. That all looks sensible. Try play. Oh, that doesn't sound like it's completed lace up, does it? And it's abandoned lace up. Press stop. Well, it was lacing up okay earlier. There may be something going on under this cover. We really need to see it. Eject. Can we eject? Right, we can. Okay. It could be that we've got some more broken plastic in there. Really need to get this screening cover off. I'll temporarily disconnect the front panel while I work on that. Oh, I can take just this piece off, it would seem. Oh, that helps a lot. Just looking at the deck then to see if I can see any damage, anything that's landed in there. Is that one of these earthing wires? Alright, let's reconnect it and see if it will lace up okay now. I'm really struggling to keep this front panel connector on because one of the bits of plastic has fallen off. And indeed the back of that connector is shattered. So that's more damage. I'm going to have to swap out this front panel. It's too mashed up here. That's a nuisance. Should I swap it with the one that didn't do anything? This is the front panel from the machine that didn't seem to do anything. So I'm hoping there's nothing wrong with this one. Although of course we still have this broken bit of plastic on here. But maybe it'll plug in better. You know, this connector, which is damaged, goes to the back here. So I could replace the whole cable with the one from the donor machine. Let's do that. Let's replace the whole cable. Okay, so we now have the front panel, which has come from a donor machine, although it also seems to have some cosmetic damage as well, and its cable to the back. So hopefully it will be possible to control this now, and we can have a look at whether there's any mechanical problems going on in the deck. Let's power it up, eject. Select play and see if it laces up okay. No, it's still jamming up somewhere. It's jamming on lace up. Let's have a closer look at the deck. I'll power it down again. I don't suppose I can get it to try to lace without a tape. If I hit play, what does it do? Yes, it does try and fail. So that should help us diagnose the problem, shouldn't it? Do that again and then switch it off in its failed laced up mode there, and I should be able to see what's jamming it. I think it's something in here. I think this guide is colliding with something. Let's have a close look. I think I can see some plastic floating around in there. It's powered down now. Ah, not quite sure what it's for. Some kind of plastic clip was in the way of this guide. So let's try it now. Eject. Play. And that's happy. I think the tape is going all over the place here at the pinch roller. That's where the horrible noises are. Probably a very tired pinch roller. Yeah, let me try that again. I don't know if you can see it from where you are, but the tape is not running smoothly through the pinch roller. Let's eject. Power down. Pinch roller doesn't look to be in the best condition. Let's see if I can remove that. Not quite sure how to remove the pinch roller on these decks. Haven't done so, I think, ever before. Do I just pull that out or squeeze it and pull it out? I don't know. Okay, that's removed that. And there is our pinch roller, which I think is the cause of our problem. So let's borrow that from our donor machine too. It turns out that borrowing a pinch roller from the donor machine is going to be hard because if you can see, it's in a laced up position, so the pinch roller here is up against the capstan and I'm not going to be able to get that out. So I may have to see if I can rejuvenate this pinch roller, at least for now. Unless I can find something else that will do the job. It might be that a VHS pinch roller will do. Well, I have a Hitachi pinch roller, but that's much too big. That won't work. So for the time being, I'm going to have to see if I can clean this one up. The problem is, very often it's not just the surface that's a problem with a tired pinch roller. Very often it's barrel shaped or has gone hard. And this one might have gone hard, but let's see if I can rejuvenate it a bit. Okay, so it's been sanded a bit, and I'll also treat it with some of this platinum clean. It's not very nice, I need to keep this away from my fingers. I think that's better, and I'll also now try, it may not work, but I'll try inserting it upside down. That can help sometimes with worn pinch rollers, at least for now. Okay, we'll try it again. And just hope for no more scrunching noises as the tape goes past the pinch roller. Sounds better. And at the moment that seems to be okay. How do we work the picture search? Oh, that's fast forward, not picture search. Fast picture search. Seems to be mechanically working. I'll do some more tests before I have a major cosmetic rebuild to do. Reverse picture search here is still damaging the tape there. So we still have pinch roller problems. What are we going to do about that? It's a lot better, but still not quite right, this pinch roller. Where am I going to get a good one, or how am I going to recover it? So I think that's where we're going to leave it today. We have pinch roller trouble, and we have a lot of cosmetic work and also testing to do. But, you know, it looks like we might be able to fix this machine. Well, I hope you've enjoyed us working on this Philips VR2220 V2000 format video recorder. Please come back and join me later when we work on this some more. Bye for now.